Pitching for the Maroons and wearing number 20, Nicole Wong. For the Knights, leading off the DP, number 17, Grace Glass. Batting second, the shortstop, number 20, Audrey Herder. Batting third, the first baseman, number 23, Emily Gist. Batting fourth, the catcher, number 11, Taylor Sanborn. Batting fifth, left fielder, number 12, Kennedy Pepin. Batting sixth, the right fielder, number 22, Tori Decker. Batting seventh, center fielder, number 34, Emma Walker. Batting eighth, second baseman, number 5, Sage Mugen. Batting ninth and playing third, number 3, Lily Gostra. And pitching for the Knights, wearing number 15, Brooke Hunderman. So there you have it. The starting lineups as these teams finish up their warm-ups here. Prior to Game 2, the field is now freshly chalked again, thanks to our fine Calvin head women's basketball coach and also softball manager, or softball games manager, Mr. Mark Christner. All right, two coaches have met, and we are about ready for the start of Game 2. I would guess first pitch will be at approximately 4:12, 4:13, about 4:09 right now. Well, they're still sweeping the infield a little bit, so it might be closer to 4:15. I think we were originally thinking this game, it might be a 2 and a 4. First game went about an hour, 40 minutes. And now the teams are out on the field. At least the Knights are. And we'll have Chicago out to bat here shortly. They're underway, game 2 of the baseball game. Try to get you an update. They are in the third. 0-0's the score. So Brooke Hunderman is in the circle in this one. She got the win the other day, 2-1 win at Baldwin Wallace. Looking at the defensive alignment, you got Gist at first, Goster at third, Sanborn behind the plate. Sage Mugen goes out to second base for game number 2. Herder at short. Outfield, I believe, remains the same. Decker in right, Pepin in left, and Walker in center. And of course, Grace Glass is the DP. So Murphy will lead it off. Leading off, the shortstop, number 17, or number 7, Madeline Murphy. So Madeline Murphy on the high riser, little half-hearted cut swing, swings through it, strike 1. Check swing goes foul, and we are a sun-splashed Kelvin softball press box. Real nice when the weather is typically fairly cool, which you do get here in the springtime. This would not be my facility of choice for press box in the heat of summer, I can tell you that. But we play these games typically in March, April, and sometimes in May. That pitch down low a ball, so it tends to be kind of a nice effect where it might be cold outside and you get the sun and a little extra warmth inside, and it works out just fine. There's a fly ball well hit left field going toward the line and off the fence. Rounding first and in with a stand-up double is Murphy. On a 1-2 pitch, lined it off the base of the wall for a leadoff double. Now batting the right fielder, number 16, Natalie Anton. So Anton, left-handed hitter at the plate. And a runner out at second base. Hunderman, the pitch. Inside a ball. Wind still blowing slightly toward the third baseline. Right now the left center field flag is kind of limp right now, but the wind has been picking up. Every once in a while, swing, foul back to the screen, 1-1. Knights scheduled to go to Wheaton tomorrow for a doubleheader. Weather permitting. Swing and a foul back to the screen, 1-2. So again, Hunderman getting ahead in the count. Just underway here, game 2. Kelvin took the first game 10-5. The pitch. Change up and in, 2-2. Went with the off-speed delivery, and Anton was not biting. About 4:15 here in the Grand Rapids area. The pitch fouled out of play and into the batter's area, warm-up area, near the bullpen. Back in there is Anton, left-handed hitter. Infield playing straight up. Second and short are deep. There's a shot in the center field, and that'll be a base hit, and it should get in a run. Walker is up with it. It'll be all the way into the plate, not cut off. And in with a run and moving up on the throw is Anton. And just like that, Chicago has taken a 1-0 lead. So a single to center. A couple of hits on 1-2 pitches. And just like that, Chicago strikes first here in game number 2. Now batting, center fielder, number 14, Hui. So Audrey Hui at the mound, at the dish, swing and a miss on a changeup. First time Chicago has led today. They had tied the game against Calvin in game number 1, but the Knights either played out in front or were in a tie. Here's a foul right over our heads, 0-2. Hunterman out of Calvin Christian High School in Granville here in the suburbs of Grand Rapids. Had a lot of success in high school. Pitch outside a ball, 1-2. Again, another 1-2 count, third straight batter. Little pop-up and again out of play. Ready to go is Hunterman. The pitch, it's going to float outside. That breaking ball has now been working thus far, at least the changeup for Hunterman. The thing about that is you can't get that changeup to work. The hitters can sit on your fastball. Swing and a miss. That one darted and dropped a little bit. So Hunterman with the strikeout, 1 away. Now batting, number 15, the catcher, Mia Boshin. Boshin at the plate. Right-handed hitter, check swing. Ball be high. She was 2 for 3. Oh, let's say she went. So a strike on the appeal out to the base umpire. She was 2 for 3 in game number 1. Also had a walk. One nothing Chicago, top of the first. The pitch. Down low, 1-1. Up high, 2-1. Right now, Hunterman laboring a little bit. Swing and a miss on a fastball down. The pitch. Pop up. It's going to drift out of play. Hunterman. Bearing down. Here it comes. Outside, just missed. 3-2. With a fastball on the outside part of the plate, that just a bit outside. Boshin back in there. pitch. Out of play, up and over our heads. It's kept our ball chasers very busy today. These foul balls. And a fresh supply back in. Still 3-2. They were playing deep in the infield. Shortstop back on the edge of the grass. Second baseman pretty close too. Pitch. Another one off the screen. Third and first, maybe a step or two in front of the bags. Here's the pitch, and a swing and a miss. Went down low, and Boshin could not catch up to it. 2 away. Now batting, number 23, left fielder Maya Martinez. So Martinez at the plate. She had a good game number 1, both in the field and at the plate. Pitch runs a little, well, no, a strike. I thought he said ball. In fact, he said strike, went up with the right hand. Martinez was 1 for 3 with a walk. Made a couple nice plays out in left field. Curveball outside, 1-1. Two away here, top of the first, 1-0. Chicago on top. Got a leadoff double off the wall and then a single to score a run. Foul back to the screen. 1 ball, 2 strikes. I think Coach Hilgert would love to get some decent innings here out of Hunderman with 2 games tomorrow. The pitch. Breaking ball and fouled off. Just got a piece of it. Did Martinez. That was the changeup. The pitch. Swing and a miss. She got her. Hunderman picking up steam over those last 2 batters, striking out 2 in a row. And the side is retired. For Chicago there, in the first, 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, 1 runner left on base. Go to the bottom of 1. Chicago leads at 1-0. Looking at D1 women's basketball, Notre Dame and Oregon State mentioned that during game number 1. They are tied 57-57 with 4:29 left in the 4th quarter. So we'll have a new pitcher here for Chicago, Nicole Wong, sophomore, out of La Canada, California. Should mention these head coaches, Ruth Kamak, the head coach of Chicago, in her 25th season at the helm of Chicago. She played, speaking of Notre Dame, at University of Notre Dame. 4-year letter winner, played shortstop, all-time assist leader in Notre Dame history, then went on to be an assistant at Loyola and Ball State. Leading off for the Knights, the DP, number 17, Grace Glass. Calvin led by head coach Becky Hilgert, who is already in her 8th year at the helm of the Knights, closing in on the 200-win plateau already. Here's a little check swing out towards second. Second baseman's going to bobble it, and Glass is aboard. There'll be an error on the second baseman. as Anna Jensen was trying to come up with it quickly and could not. Now batting the shortstop, number 20, Aubrey Herder. Hilgert, of course, a graduate of St. Thomas University in Minnesota, D3 institution when she played, and for really most of here's a bunt attempt. It's a strike for most of their athletic history, and they have since made the move up to D1. I think they were finishing up their last year as a provisional D1 member up there in Minneapolis. She went to the World Series a few times, and there's a bunt toward first base. Be a good one. First to second, a sac bunt. And Herder does her job. Moving on to second is Glass. Now batting first baseman, number 23, Emily Gist. The pitch is down low by Wong. 1-0. The wind deliver. Oh, and a hitter. Second time that Gist has been hit today, and 2 runners aboard. Now batting the catcher, number 11, Taylor Sanborn. Here's the pitch. Outside, 1-0. Outfield playing straight up on Sanborn. In game number 1, she was 2 for 3 with a run scored and an RBI. Here's the pitch. Oh, change up over her helmet. Ducks out of the way. 2-0 is our count. The pitch outside, 3-0. Oh, and they got her at second base on the quick throw, a pickoff at second, and that is a tough one. Glass got picked off when she was not quite paying attention, just a step or so off the base, and second baseman snuck in behind her. That's a big defensive play. And there is a little chopper out towards second. Throw to first and got her by a step. And that will retire the side. So just like that, looked like the Knights maybe had something going. And then a runner picked off at second. And a pretty good defensive play at second base. And that is the kind of play that will make a coach pull their hair out. But you got to move on and forget about it. Move on to the next half inning. For Kelvin there in the first. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 runner left on base. We are in the top of the second inning. Chicago leads at 1-0. Looks like baseball, Kelvin baseball leading 1-0 in the 4th inning. 2-0. We'll get you a look at other MIAA scores at the next chance. Leading off for Chicago, number 4, Anna Jensen. So Jensen at the plate, second baseman, just made that nice play in the field. First pitch, a ball, sails up high. Strike, that one bends in, 1-1. Top of the second inning, 1-0 Chicago. Foul out of play. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Another one fouled down the line. The pitch in the dirt. 2-2. The pitch and a shot and foul down the left field line. Second game, second inning. Pitch outside, a ball. My AA scores, Baseball Elma leading Adrian 8-7. They are in the bottom of the 10th, so that game must be done if that go-ahead run just came in. So that would be a split so far, those two teams in their series. And a pitch outside, that'll be a walk to lead off the inning. Gets away from the catcher, but Jensen down to first base. Now batting, number 22, Alina Yazik. Looks like we got a pinch runner coming on. And that's number 21, Layla Sims, who had herself a stolen base. Pinch running at first for Chicago, number 21, Layla Sims. Let's see, other baseball scores. I think we mentioned this one. Hope beat Trine 8-1 in the opener. Trine is up 4-1 in game 2. Let's see, Kalamazoo up 1-0 on Albion in the second. So we mentioned Calvin up 2-0 on Olivet. That's game number 2. Runner is going to stay. That's in there for a strike. Looked like she might go. Instead held back. Trine leading Hanover men's lacrosse 11-3. Softball Trine beat Hiram 10-3. Hope leading Anderson 6-1 in the 7th. And then Trine. It's a pitch. No, that'll be a strike. She went, said the home plate umpire. Trine is up 5-0 in the third of game number 2 against Hiram. I think Kelvin played Hiram on its spring trip and won. They did 12-7. Here is a swing and a miss. That's a good pitch by Hunderman. 1 away. Now batting for Chicago, number 17, Matilda Nelson. Nelson, the third baseman. Nelson, who had a good game number 1 defensively. 0 for 3 at the plate. Takes a strike in there. One away, top of 2, game number 2. Chicago leads at 1-0. Kelvin took the opener, 10-5. Pop up, playable, back near the plate, and Sanborn is there on the foul out to the catcher, 2 away. So you think that with 2 out, Sims might be going now. Now batting for Chicago, number 33, Ellie Gore. Gore, the left fielder. And she is going. Swing and a miss. Throw down to second. It's a good one, but the steal attempt is better, and Sims is in there with a stolen base. Had a big running start. Good throw by Sanborn, but she just flat out beat it with the speed. So runner in scoring position. Gore, the number 9 hitter in the lineup. If you're Hunderman, I think you want to attack the batter. The pitch. Ooh, and a fly ball hit toward left field. Will it stay fair? It will not. Just foul. Diving attempt by Pepin. Here I am talking about attacking the batter, and she smokes one down the left field line. So 0-2. We'll see if got the old changeup going here, or the high fastball, changeup, riser. We'll see. Down in the dirt. That's been a pretty good pitch, that drop for Hunderman. Gore laid off, 1-2. King at second. She's got the good speed. Fouled back to the screen. Sanborn gloves it on the rebound. Here we go. Little change up. Shortstop up with it. Over to first and in time. Nice job by Herder there. For Chicago there. In the second, there are no runs. Do we have a hit in that inning? Or did she get on a walk? Not a big deal. No runs. We had the runner, no errors, and one runner left on base. We head to the bottom of 2. Chicago leads at 1-0. NCAA D1 Women's Hoops Final. It was Oregon State, the Beavers, defeating number 2 seeded Notre Dame, 70-65. So the Beavers on to the Elite 8. It's like Indiana and South Carolina will be the next women's game up. South Carolina, the top seed in the tournament overall. That'll be a 5 o'clock tip. Also tonight, NC State against Stanford, a 3 versus a 2, and then Gonzaga, a 4 seed, going up against a 1 seed in Texas. Let's see on the men's side if I can roll up those matchups for tonight. You got NC State also in the Sweet 16. They're taking on Marquette. Gonzaga against Purdue, Duke against Houston, and Creighton against Tennessee. Leading off for the Knights, left fielder number 12, Kennedy Pepin. So Pepin, the left fielder, leading it off for the Knights against Wong. Here's the pitch. Shot out toward shortstop. Easy play for the shortstop. Guns it over to first in time for the out. Madeline Murphy all over it on the 2-hopper. 1 pitch, 1 away. Now batting right fielder number 22, Tori Decker. Decker stepping to the plate in game number 1, 2 for 4 with 2 runs scored and 3 runs batted in. Also threw a runner out at the plate. There's a bender in there for a strike. Wong, the right-handed hurler. Here it comes. Swing and a miss on the breaking ball. 0-2. Pitch, foul back to the screen. A year ago, Kelvin took 2 from Chicago, but both hard-fought games. That Chicago softball complex right outside the Indoor Athletic Center, and I believe that field area is the site of where the old Stag football stadium was. There's a shallow fly ball, medium depth left field, coming hard left fielder, and she'll make the grab. That was Allie Gore, 2 away. The current soccer/football field is a little further away. It's still in the same general plot of property, but a little bit more west of the main indoor athletic complex. So the old Stag Stadium, I believe, is part of where the current softball field is. So here's a little swinging bunt with a lot of curl on it. Walker, and nice play by Murphy, the shortstop, to scoop and sling it to first. So 3 up, 3 down. No damage done by the Knights here in the second. Go to the third. Chicago leads at 1-0. For Kelvin in the second, no runs, no hits, no errors, no one left. We go to the top of 3. Chicago 1, Kelvin 0. Baseball, they are in the top of the 5th. Kelvin leads at 2-0. Knights took the opener. I believe it was 7-2 was the final there. Knights currently 10-9 in baseball. And they've got a single game scheduled for tomorrow at Olivet. This was supposed to be a single game today, but there is rain in the forecast here in Michigan. So they decided to get 2 in today with the good weather. And if it does get postponed tomorrow, it's just a single game they'd have to make up, most likely on Monday. But let's hope they get it in tomorrow. Now batting the shortstop, number 7, Madeline Murphy. So Murphy at the plate, she doubled her first time up, then came home on the single by Anton. That's the only run of the game so far. A strike on the inside part of the plate by Hunderman. Top of the 3rd inning. A strike on the outside part of the plate, 0-2. Hunderman starting to find her groove a bit. 1 run, 2 hits, 1 error for Chicago. No runs, no hits, and no errors for Kelvin. A strike on the outside part of the plate. Hunderman freezes her with that fastball. 3 pitches and a strikeout. Now batting right fielder, number 16, Nicole Anton. So Anton, who singled to center in the top of the 1st, the RBI single at the plate. Left-handed hitter. Fouls it out of play. Another foul. Look out, it's headed right over where our ball chaser just came from. Oh-2 pitch, checked her swing. It will appeal to first, and she did not go, says our base umpire. Looking at the schedule, 1 o'clock doubleheader scheduled on the road at Wheaton tomorrow. Then the Knights, a week from tomorrow, hosting Adrian. Actually, I think that game's on the road. It is. And there's a chopper to first. Gist is up with it and steps on the bag for out number 2. So the Knights have a bit of a break after tomorrow, off until Saturday, April 6th at Adrian. Adrian is playing really good ball. Kelvin and Adrian had an epic extra innings game last year in the MIAA tournament. It's a first-round game. Kelvin won that one. The Bulldogs are real tough again. Really, like I said, the top 6 in the league. The Trines, the Hopes, the Adrians. I mean, Albion's playing well right now. Elma. And then even a team like Kalamazoo near the bottom can get you. So it's going to be a tough, tough league. One of the deeper, that last pitch fouled out of play, one of the deeper sport leagues in the MIAA, or one of the deeper sports, I guess is a better way of saying it. And it's been pretty consistent like that over the years. Pitch outside. St. Mary's down right now a bit, but going back about 5 years ago, they were real tough. Went to the NCAA tournament a time or two. And they have had years where they have really gotten cooking. Check swing. Did not go. It'll be a called ball, so 3-1. But the Trines, the Elmas, the Kelvins, the Hopes, they've all had NCAA tournament history, pretty rich tournament history. And Adrian trying to get into that. There's a strike in there. I don't think the Bulldogs have been in the NCAA tournament since the early 90s. Yeah, they might have had one run going back about 7-8 years ago. In fact, I know they hosted a regional. It might be about 10 years ago, but some good tradition in softball in the league. Here's the pitch. Foul back to the screen. Got at the plate right now, I believe that's Hui, the center fielder. Audrey Hui. Pop up on the infield, shortstop underneath it, drifting into shallow left, and Herder will pull it down for the out. For the Maroons in the third, no runs, no hits, no errors, no one left. We go to the bottom of 3. Chicago leads at 1-0. So 1-0 Chicago. I think it's the bottom of the order for Kelvin. Due up. I think Sage Mugen and Lily Gostra. Knights still looking for their first hit of the game. Chicago in the University Athletic Association, team that has been the team to beat in the UAA seems to be Case Western Reserve over the last handful of years. The Spartans have been real tough. Went to the World Series 2 years ago. Leading off, second baseman number 5, Sage Mugen. Looked like she was going to bunt, pulled the bat back, and it'll be a called strike in the outside part. Swing and a miss on the changeup. Mugen was well out in front of that one, 0-2. Wong has been quite effective early on for Chicago. As I mentioned, the Knights without a hit. The pitch outside. Oh, they're going to call strike 3. They said that thing bent back in over the outside black of the plate. And a strikeout for Wong. Fooled Mugen, and it fooled me. Now batting third baseman number 3, Lily Gostra. So Gostra at the plate. Wong dealing right now. It's not a lot of heat. It's just a lot of off-speed stuff and moving it all around. Change up and out in front was Gostra. Shallow center. Shortstop Murphy is there and makes the grab 2 away. Now batting the DP, number 17, Grace Glass. So it brings up Grace Glass. With 2 outs already here in the third, and Wong is making quick work of the Knights. Moving very quickly. She's throwing strikes, I can tell you that. Just missed the outside part. I thought that one was in there. Thought the called strike 3 earlier was outside, and I thought that was in for a strike. Little check swinger and back behind the plate, 1-1. Little check swing, soft line drive to the third baseman, Nelson, and that will do it for the Knights. In the third for Calvin, no runs, no hits, no errors, no one left. Go to the top of 4. Chicago leads at 1-0. So Chicago leading it 1-0. There's been no hits by the Knights through 3 innings. Chicago has managed a pair of hits themselves, and those hits led to the only run of the game. That came in the top of the first. In fact, it was the first 2 batters of the game. As we get set for the top of the 4th, Hunderman taking her warm-up tosses. Looks like the Brewers defeated the Mets 3-1. Phillies are up 2-0 in the 7th on the Braves. Calvin baseball up 2-0 now in the 6th in game number 2 against Olivet. Leading off for the Maroons, the catcher number 15, Mia Boshin. So Boshin, who is the cleanup hitter in the order, will lead it off for Chicago here in the 4th. Fouls it straight back. Got men's volleyball coming up later tonight, 7 o'clock, inside of Vennord Arena. Strike on the outside part of the plate, 0-2. A little slide action to it, 0-2 is the count. Volleyball will be Kelvin against Adrian, Midwest Collegiate Volleyball League matchup. Then tomorrow at 1, Kelvin hosts Olivet. Be the last 2 home matches of the season for Coach Spencer Frederick's team. Ooh, a pitch just missed down low, 1-2. Got a couple more matches the following weekend on the road. The pitch. It's going to be up and away, 2-2. Boshin, the catcher, at the plate. First game was full of hits and full of runs. That hasn't been the case thus far in this one. A strike on the outside part of the plate, and another strikeout for Hunderman. That's her 4th strikeout of the game here. Brings to the plate. Now batting, number 23, Maya Martinez. Martinez, who in this game is the DP, played left field in game number 1. Chops it foul. Have the heart of the Kelvin order due up here in the 4th. Little foul back behind the backstop, out of play, 0-2. Hunderman throwing strikes right now. Her counterpart, Wong, has done the same. Pitch just misses, 1-2. One away here, top of 4. Chicago leads at 1-0. Up and away, 2-2. Calvin took the opener 10-5. Chicago trying to gain a split of this non-conference twin bill. Knights would like a sweep. Change up, floats outside, 3-2. Wind has died down considerably. Really flag pretty limp out there behind the scoreboard. Up high, a walk for Hunterman. Puts a runner aboard with one out. Now batting, second baseman, number 4, Anna Jensen. Jensen, the second baseman. One away here. The pitch. Up and away. You know, Hunterman starting to lose their control just a little bit. A strike at the knees, 1-1. Playing pretty deep up the middle and shaded toward their respective sides. So deep in the hole, I would say, is Herder at short, and Mugen shaded toward right at second. That one is way outside, 2-1. Wind picking up a little bit now. Foul back behind us and out of play, 2-2. Runner at first is Martinez. Got on base with a walk. Runs right now have been at a premium in game number 2. Chicago leading 1-0. Here's the pitch. Down low and in the dirt, 3-2. Pitch. Down low, another walk, and we might get a visit from Coach Hilgert out to the circle here. Time will be called. Well, we're just going to have a little chatter from the infield here with 1 out and 2 runners aboard. Now batting for Chicago, Elena Yazek. Yazek, the first baseman. We're going to have a pinch runner for Chicago out at second base. And that's going to be the pitcher actually running, Wong. Now running out at second base, number 20, Nicole Wong. So Wong, who is in that number 10 spot, comes in to run for the DP. And Hunterman's got to get herself out of a little jam here. That's in the dirt and a hitter. And it deflected off a Sanborn who winced a little bit on that one. But we've got a bases loaded situation, and now time will be called, and we might have a pitching change. I'm not sure. I think Coach Hilgert, we've got, I think, maybe a pinch runner for Chicago. We got a pinch hitter for Chicago. So now batting for Chicago, number 25, Tori Puiz. With the bases loaded, and Hunterman will stay in there. That's a strike inside part of the plate. Well, got to force at any base. Infield fly rules in place. 1 out. Bases are loaded. Key situation here for the Maroons and the Knights. The pitch. Swing and a miss on a tailing fastball. 0-2. So if you drop a strike 3 as a catcher, you just step on the plate to get the runner from third. Could actually get a double play that way by stepping on third and then throwing down to first. Down low a ball, and Poise was not biting. 1-2, infield in tight. They'll play for the play at the plate. The pitch, swinging a foul off the catcher's glove. One-two pitch and another foul off the screen. Poise out of Rutland, Massachusetts. Went to Wachusett Regional High School. Got both coasts represented on this Chicago team. Some California natives, Massachusetts natives. A little visit between hitter and third base coach, so that'll be they call a charged offensive visit. I think you can meet once with each batter. Hunderman ready to go. Big pitch, here it comes. Strike 3 at the knees and a big strikeout for Hunderman. Now batting number 33, Allie Gore, the left fielder. So Gore, the left fielder, still 3 runners aboard though. Knights trying to get that last out. Pop up on the infield going back and just out of play. Thought that one might be right out in front of the plate, and I was squinting into the sun. And about 3 feet over the backstop. 2 walks on a hit batter have loaded the bases. There are 2 outs here in the 4th. Hunderman looks in. Gore looks back. Here's the pitch. Pop up on the infield. Playable. Gist is underneath it. Makes the grab for the 3rd out. And no damage done despite the bases loaded situation. For Chicago in the 4th, no runs, no hits, no errors. There are 3 runners left on base. We go to the bottom of 4. Chicago leads it 1-0. So a big defensive stand there by the Knights. Let's see if they can use that momentum on the offensive side as they will have 2, 3, 4 in the lineup coming to the plate. Wong going back to the circle for Chicago. Looks like everyone's going to re-enter. Wong re-enters at the pitcher spot, of course. No change there. Knights still looking for their first hit. And Wong not throwing blazing speed past the Knights, but I think Kelvin pressing a little bit. And the same token, Wong's doing a good job moving the ball around the plate, changing speeds, locations. And it's been frustrating sledding for Kelvin. Leading off will be the shortstop, number 20, Aubrey Herder. So Herder at the plate. The shortstop out of Kalamazoo. Tried to bunt it and did not get a piece of it. Strike one. Good thought, though. Third baseman came charging in. That one down in the dirt. Baseball now up 4-0 in the sixth. Here's a ground ball out toward second. Jensen up with it. Flips to first in time for the out. That one off the end of the bat. And again, Wong keeping the Knights off balance. Now batting, first baseman number 23, Emily Gist. Infield playing fairly straight up. There's a strike. Well, I guess that was a ball inside. Not going to complain from a Kelvin standpoint, but here's the pitch. And that one is in there for a strike. 1-1. Infield in fairly shallow in right and center. Left field playing back a bit. On Gist. The pitch. A changeup in there for a strike. Frozer at the plate. Like the old Bugs Bunny cartoon when he throws the slow-mo pitch and strikes out 3 batters with 1 pitch. And Gist just sat there and had a look at it as it slowly came up as she was out in front. Here's a chopper toward third. And over to first. And that one got away. That'll be a throwing error on the third baseman, Nelson. So bit of a break there for the Knights as Gist reaches base on the throwing error. So it brings up Sanborn. Lefty against the righty. Swing and a miss. Got away from the catcher. Did they say? I think it was not a foul ball. Gist just didn't see the ball get away. So would have had a chance to move up to second base there. That one's going to hit her helmet. Floated inside, and Sanborn tried to duck out of the way and is hit by a pitch. Now Chicago's going to say she ducked into it and have a little argument that she actually moved into the pitch. I'd say she's probably the head coach. Coach Samak, I understand her argument. It's one of those kind of dipping curveballs, and your first instinct is to kind of duck down out, and that ball dipped down. So those two movements led to her, I guess, move into the pitch, so to speak. But whether you interpret she intentionally moved into it, you know, that's a tough one. And I don't think Chicago's going to win that. Looks like we got a pinch runner, Carly Dole. I think, yep, she's at first for Sanborn. You got Pepin at the plate. Now, she had a bunt earlier in the game that created a little bit of havoc. I would not be shocked to see a bunt here just to get the runners in motion and force the defense to make a play. Now, there is one out, but you'd like to get 2 runners in scoring position, even if it would be with 2 outs with Decker up, but we'll see. Infield is back in the middle in a step or so at first and third. Pepin's got pretty good wheels. Takes a strike. No look at a... It did not look like she was going to bunt there. Outfield and medium depth position. In the dirt inside, 1-1. If I can spit that one out. The wind, the pitch. And a hard shot to short. They're going to flip to third for the force out. Was hit well by Pepin, but right at the shortstop, and they get the lead runner, 2 away. Now batting, right fielder number 22, Tori Decker. So the Knights still looking for their first out. Little chopper out toward short. Up with it, over to first, and in time is Murphy, and the Knights are retired. For Kelvin in the fourth, no runs, no hits, no errors, 2 runners left on base. Go to the fifth. Chicago leads at 1-0. Leading off for the Maroons, the shortstop, number 7, Madeline Murphy. So here in the fifth, 1-0 Chicago in the lead. Knights with a little threat there back in the fourth, but unable to push a run across or even to get a hit. Ground ball fouled on the third base line. Line totals here. Get them for you in a minute. 1 run, 2 hits, 2 errors for Chicago. No runs, no hits, and no errors for Calvin. Pop up on the infield. Gist is underneath it. Makes the play. 1 away. Now batting for Chicago, the right fielder, number 16, Natalie Anton. Anton, who drove in the only run of the game, came back in the first. Flies one out towards center field. Walker drifting underneath it. Will make the catch on the lazy fly ball. 2 away. Now batting the center fielder, number 14, Audrey Hui. Hui out of South Forsyth High School. Fly ball lifted to shallow right center field, coming hard, and no one is going to get there. That'll fall for a hit. Thing just kind of died in shallow right center field. Second baseman Mugen couldn't get there. Neither could Decker in right or Walker from center. Might have another pinch. It'll be a pinch hitting situation. So who do we have batting? We got Boshin at the plate, but... Oh, Boshin will re-enter. All right, there you go. The catcher. Re-entering the hit, catcher number 15, Mia Boshin. Swing and a miss by Boshin on the first pitch. Runner at first with 2 outs. Top of the 5th inning, 1-0 Chicago. Fouled out of play. Pretty good swing by Boshin. Got Hui over at first there. Got the 2-out bloop single. 3 hits now for Chicago. The pitch outside, a ball on the 0-2 offering. Outfield playing a bit back right now, trying to keep the ball in front of them. Wind picking up again, blowing toward the corner in left field. Pop up, and that's going to get out of play. Down the first base line. Been looking right into the sun for most of this afternoon. Probably should have had my suntan lotion on. The pitch. Inside, almost hit her 2-2. March 30 here in West Michigan. Just missed down low, 3-2 on the fastball. Temps in the low 50s. Mostly sunshine outside. Chicago up 1-0 here in the top of the 5th, game number 2. The pitch. Pop up, and that might be playable. Gist in foul territory underneath it. Makes the grab, and the side is retired. For Chicago in the 5th, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. We go to the bottom of 5. Chicago leads it 1-0. So 1-0 Knights looking for some hits and a few runs. Little team huddle on the side. Wong going back to the circle. She has been really good. About 5:17 here out at the softball field. Let's see, baseball there in the bottom of the 6th, 4-2 now. Olivet coming back with a couple of runs. Just looking at the batting tee area for Kelvin. See Emma Springer taking some cuts. Might see a pinch hitting situation there. Saw Allie Schultz, of course. She pinch hit in game number 1. Could easily see her pinch hit in this game number 2 as well. Got Emma Walker set to hit for the Knights. Leading off for the Knights, center fielder number 34, Emma Walker. So Walker, the Saugatuck High School grad, steps to the plate. A strike on the outside part, got away from the catcher too. Walker gave the home plate umpire a little look there. It will be a strike. Fly ball head out toward left field. Should be playable, and it is. And a grab there for Allie Gore. 1 away. We're going to have that pinch hitter. And it is indeed going to be Emma Springer pinch hitting for Sage Mugen. So Springer, senior out of Three Oaks, Michigan, River Valley graduate. Going south of the Grand Rapids area way. Steps to the plate. The pitch. A strike at the knees. Wong has been able to get out in front. Swing and a miss as Springer was underneath that one. Wong took a little bit off of it. 0-2. The pitch. Swing and a miss on the sweeping curveball. And there's 2 away. Now batting, third baseman number 3, Lily Gostra. Down in the dirt, a ball. Infielding really tight right now on Gostra. Third baseman in about 5 steps from the bag. First base in about 3 steps. Just missed on the inside part, 2-0. Ground ball out towards second. Was right in on the hands. That thing had a lot of movement, that pitch, and easy ground out for the Maroons. For the Knights in the 5th, no runs, no hits, no errors, no one left. We go to the top of the 6th inning. Chicago leads it 1-0. So again, no hits so far for Kelvin. A no-hitter in play for Wong. Line totals here, 1 run, 3 hits, 2 errors for Chicago, and no runs, no hits, and no errors for Kelvin. Pitching line, let's see, for Chicago. I'll get to that in a moment. Leading off for Chicago, the DP number 23, Maya Martinez. So Martinez up at the plate. Swing and a foul in the high heat there. Let's see, Nicole Wong has pitched 5 innings. Allowed no hits on 45 pitches. Give you the Kelvin line. Another strike. Hunderman just threw her 100th pitch. 3 hits. She has struck out 7, walked 3. Wong's got 2 strikeouts and no walks. Strike 3 and strikeout number 8 for Hunderman. 1 away. Now batting, second baseman number 4, Anna Jensen. Jensen at the dish. See Elena Garcia taking swings. For Kelvin, and the batter's warm-up circle, pitch up high to Jensen. Top of the 6th inning, 1-0 Chicago. Pitch outside, 2-0. A strike at the knees. Hunderman has gone over 100 pitches here in this one. Chicago's done a good job of fouling off several pitches, making Hunderman work. The pitch. In there for a strike at the letters, 2-2. Fly ball, center field. Walker coming in, makes the grab, 2 away. Now batting for Chicago, number 22, Alina Yazik. Yazik, the first baseman. Here's a little looper out towards short, and it's going to be speared over to first and not in time. Kind of fooled Herder, the shortstop, and she had a short hop it through to first, and that will be an infield hit, the 4th hit of the game for Chicago. Now batting, third baseman, number 17, Matilda Nelson. In there for a strike. Fly ball in the right field, in there for a hit. 2 runners aboard. Now 5 hits for Chicago. Little poke in the right field by Nelson. It brings up Gore. Now batting left fielder, number 33, Allie Gore. Pop up on the infield. Shortstop going back. Center fielder Walker calls her off and makes the grab. For Chicago, they're in the 6th. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, 2 runners left on base. We go to the bottom of 6. Chicago 1, Calvin nothing. Leading off for the Knights, the DP number 17, Grace Glass. Pitch down low, a ball. Thought about bunting, instead let it go for a called strike. 1-1. There's a little bunt and it will go foul. I was just going to say the infield is in really tight on Glass. This is one where you just need to hit a chopper and punch it through the infield somehow. Got a pretty good hole up the middle. In the dirt, 2-2. Wong really took something off of that one. The pitch. Out. Oh my, they're going to call that strike 3. Well, this umpire has had a wide strike zone pretty consistently throughout the game. I'm sitting just a little left of home plate, but that one looked outside. Now with 2 strikes, to be fair, better to be safe than sorry as far as protecting the plate. So we got a pinch hitter. Elena Garcia is on the pitch for the night, or the hit for the Knights. Pinch hitting for the Knights, number 30, Elena Garcia. Ball outside, 1-0. That's in there for a strike, 1-1. The pitch. Strike on the outside part, 1-2. Garcia out of Holt, Michigan, near Lansing. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Right back to the pitcher, drops it. Will throw to first and in time for the out. Little bit of self-defense by Wong. Garcia kept her bat back, hit the ball pretty sharply, but Wong was able to knock it down and make the out. So 2 away. Now batting first baseman number 23, Emily Gist. So Gist at the plate. 2 outs here in the 6th. It's 1-0 Chicago. Outside a ball. Wong has been very effective at keeping the Knights off balance. And that one hit her. Second time she's been hit in this game. So that'll move Gist on to first. She's the tying run, and you've got Taylor Sanborn coming to the plate. Now batting the catcher, number 11, Taylor Sanborn. Outfield still playing pretty shallow. Yeah, backing up now a little bit. A strike on the outside part of the plate. That one bent in and got a bit of the black. And that one's in there for a strike. Bent in, and Sanborn wasn't ready for it. 0-2. 2 kind of curving sliders. Just missed the outside part of the plate. 1-2. Sanborn, Kelvin's cleanup hitter. In the dirt. And going is Gist, and she is down to second and safe. So now in scoring position with a 2-2 count. Good job by Gist to read that one. She was off as soon as that one got away from the catcher. The pitch. Ground ball, base hit in the left field. Left fielder is in. Throw to the plate, and that is going to be an out as Gist is tagged from behind. That was a good throw by the left fielder. The no-hitter is over, but the Knights are retired. For Kelvin there, in the 6th, no runs. There is 1 hit, no errors, 1 runner left on base. Head to the 7th, Chicago leads it 1-0. Well, that's a situation. The ball was hit hard in the left field. Left fielder charging, and you're going to force the outfielder to make a good throw. And she did just that. And it was not close. Left fielder was probably 5-6 steps from the infield, and she fielded it cleanly and gunned that thing in really helmet high, and had Gist out by about 5 steps. So the first hit of the game does not result in a run, and Chicago still staying on top. Now it's up to Hunterman to try to keep Chicago at bay, give Kelvin a shot in the 7th. Leading off for the Maroons here in the 7th, the shortstop, number 7, Madeline Murphy. Pop-up out of play. Yeah, the secret, I would say, to Wong's success pitching for Chicago today has been throwing strikes, certainly moving the ball around and changing speeds, but she has thrown strikes. Fly ball, shallow center. Walker's going to have to come hard, and now the shortstop is there, Herder, and she makes the grab, one away. Thing kind of died on the skin of the infield. Now batting, number 16, right fielder Natalie Anton. Anton with one hit on the afternoon at the plate. And when you can get ahead in the count, fouled out of play. Now the Knights doing a good job of getting ahead in the count. It really forces the hitter to play some guessing games and be off balance. There's a pop-up, should be playable in foul territory, and Gostra will snare it. 2 away. That'll be a base hit by Audrey Hui off the leaping snag of Gostra. That last hitter was the center fielder, number 14, Audrey Hui, and now stepping to the plate here for Chicago, number 23, the DP, Maya Martinez. So that will be hit number 6 for Chicago.
Number 15.
Check that. Batting is number 15, Mia Boshin, the catcher. So Boshin is hitting, and on deck is Martinez. Outside a ball, Hunderman has gone the distance so far for Calvin. Swing and a foul back to the screen. Calvin baseball leading Olivet 6-2 in the 7th inning. One ball, one strike, 2 outs here in the 7th. Chicago leads at 1-0. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Hunderman with some mustard on that one. Got a good fan turnout here. Folks on their bikes and bringing their dogs and all that type of thing. Pop up on the infield. First baseman Gist is there. Makes the grab. For Chicago in the 7th, no runs. 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. Go to the bottom of 7. Chicago leads it 1-0. So due up for Calvin. It's 5, 6, or beg your pardon. 5, 6, 7. Pepin, Decker, and Walker. We'll see if that's. I would guess we might have a pinch hitter, although I see Pepin in the on-deck circle, so probably going to stay the way we have it. Got NCAA tournament hockey. Got 3 schools from the state of Michigan, all in the same regional down in St. Louis. Western Michigan leading Michigan State 1-0 after 1 period of play. And the game to follow later tonight will be University of Michigan against North Dakota. And the Friday winners will play Sunday night in the regional final. All right, ready to go. Knights down to their last 3 outs, trying to get something going here. Kennedy Pepin at the plate. Now batting for the Knights, left fielder number 12, Kennedy Pepin. In the dirt, a ball. Knights would love to get that leadoff runner aboard. Put a little pressure on the opposition. Pepin's going to call timeout, tie her shoelace. Takes her batting glove off and just going to make Wong think about this one a little bit. Gets the pitcher a little bit out of rhythm this way. I'm not sure that was intentional or not. It did look like her shoelace was undone a bit. Pop up, drifting toward the fence and out of play. 1 ball and 1 strike on Kennedy Pepin. The wind, the pitch. Ground ball up the middle. Slow hopper, and it gets all the way through. A seeing eye single right off the end of the bat. Wong couldn't get her glove on it, and shortstop and second baseman could not get there either. Now batting, right fielder number 22, Tori Decker. So Decker at the plate, and Coach Hilgert will get her 1 offensive conference per at bat, and she is talking instructions with Decker, who's got good pop in her bat. They might elect to bunt and move the runner aboard. That probably would be what I would think about doing. There's a strike right down the middle, so she must have had instructions to take a pitch. No indication of a bunt there. I'd be thinking about a bunt and just making the defense make a play. Little chopper toward third. They're going to throw it down to second, and safe! Boy, that was close. I thought that was a questionable decision to go down to second base. You want to get the out, and it was going to be a tight play, and the second base umpire said safe. And time will be called. Now you got to be thinking about a bunt. And Sage Mugen is on deck. I mean, you could bring Allie Schultz in as a pinch hitter, potentially, if you can move the runners aboard. Walker can hit the ball pretty good, but, boy, you got to be thinking about moving the runners over to second and third with no outs right now. So Coach Kamak is out there to talk to Wong and the infield, probably talking about what to expect, whether it's a bunt or where you're going to go with the ball. So Decker at first. Pepin at second. In there for a strike, and Walker showing no signs of a bunt. Boy, I still like bunting the ball and forcing that defense to make something happen. Outside, 1-1. Outfield is in a little bit. Semi-shallow. Fly ball, shallow left, coming hard, left fielder, and she will make the grab. And that's going to be a double play. My goodness. Well, Pepin was in a little bit of no man's land. If that ball falls, she wanted to try to get to third in time and not get forced out if it fell. But, boy, you get halfway off the base like that, and all of a sudden you're running yourself right out of a rally. 2 outs. The first instinct when you see that ball that might drop is to get well off the bag, but Great play by the left fielder to run in and make that grab. Now batting, Allie Schultz. Pitch in there for a strike. In the dirt, a ball. Decker's got pretty good speed. If something can get hit out into the outfield, it would have to be in the gap. Fly ball foul down the left field line. Pretty well hit, but chopper foul off the batter. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The pitch in the dirt, 2-2. Wong might be starting to tire a little bit. Chopper toward first. First baseman knocks it down and will step on the base. And Chicago gets a Game 2 win, 1-0 over the Knights. For Kelvin there, in the 7th, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 runner left on base. Game 2 final, Chicago 1, Kelvin 0. The Knights are back in action tomorrow on the road, doubleheader at Wheaton. Starts at 1 o'clock. Final line totals here in game number 2. We'll get those here to you in just a second. It was 1 run, 6 hits, 2 errors for Chicago. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors for Kelvin. Thanks for coming on out, folks, to today's doubleheader. Please travel home safely and have a blessed Easter weekend. Thank you.
All right, we're off here. Well, she'll be cranky. She was already cranky after game 1. I don't know if Walker can bunt or not. I guess we'll bunt.
Yeah.
I mean, they're starting to get a little shaky there.